Serving their community is who they are because they love where they live. REMAX 3D Real Estate is proud to bring you Heart of Farmersville, a video series dedicated to celebrating all the wonderfully great things about Farmersville, Texas. On every episode, Dennisha Denney will share Farmersville's story through the stories of the people who call Farmersville home. This is Heart of Farmersville.
Thank you so much for watching Heart of Farmersville. This video series and podcast is spearheaded by REMAX 3D Real Estate and sponsored by CareVide. Did you know CareVide has been serving our community for over 25 years? They can provide all of your medical and dental needs. For a full list of everything they do, check out carevide.org. We are so grateful to have CareVide as a sponsor of our video series and podcast. On this episode of Heart of Farmersville, I asked Holly Stone to come on the show. She's a resident of Farmersville, but also working at Collin College. Here's my conversation with Holly. Hey y'all, I'm Dennisha Denney, your host of Heart of Farmersville, and today we're sitting down at Collin College with Miss Holly Stone. How are you today, Holly?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Okay, there's this new rule now when we interview people from the Collin College, we have to fly the flag. So let's fly the flag. Awesome. Thank you so much for agreeing to come on the show. And we want to hear about you. And we want to hear about the college. So here, we can just put this down. That way it can just, it can be flying the flag from down there. But we're going to have fun. I happen to know that you've grown up here all of your life. And so, but you're also a part of the Collin College, which is brand new.
Yes.
So I want us to talk about the college because that is important. But first, let's talk about your story. Let's talk about how did you get to Farmersville? Like, were you literally born here?
No, I wasn't born here. I was born in Dallas, but my family is from Farmersville. They were farmers. My father and my grandfather were all farmers in the area. So my parents met at East Texas State University in Commerce. And so when they moved here, they started their family here, and still farming. And so that's how we came about. And
I'm going to stop you for a second. Sure. What type of farming did they do?
He did wheat and milo, corn. So a lot of the local produce products that this area needed. So he did a lot of that, and we helped with a lot of that too, moving equipment from pasture to pasture. So we did a lot of that.
And oh man, that brings so much character to your life when you grow up on a farm and having to work on the farm and do all that.
Yes, in the middle of the heat. Yes, you're doing a lot of that, and you learn to drive at an earlier age than
like at 4?
No. Well, you learn to drive about 12, 13, and you learn how to, follow the equipment along the side of the road and, help, move that, get that one tractor or combine from, one pasture to another. And so you learn quickly. And then when you get ready to start your driver's ed, you're experienced and ready to go.
That's a wonderful thing. I grew up on a farm also, and so my son just got his driver's license. But I realized through that process, he didn't grow up on a farm. He doesn't have the same level of experience that we all had being able to drive the pickup truck out in the pasture. So what was your main job when you were growing up on the farm?
Well, like I said, it was more of moving equipment, helping with that. We tried to move, and help as much as we can. He had, employees that helped him, but, we just tried to be involved as best as we could and, it was a family affair, so we just helped him at night and on the weekends because in the summertime it would be from sunup to sundown. So just moving that equipment around and helping get corn, if it was corn, to the grain silos and things like that. So we did that as a family.
Do you live on a farm now?
No, we live in town, actually. So my family and I live in town. We live actually close to, right next door to the Farmersville High School. So we've lived here, my family and I have lived here for the last 14, 15 years, so I guess. So I did go to college, move away and go to college, but I came back. This is my home, and So this is where I'm raising my family.
Oh, I love that so much. Oh, so where did you go to college when you left home?
I actually started at Collin College. So I was a part-time student while I worked.
Now, which campus did you go to? And it wasn't called Collin College back then.
It was called Collin County Community College. And I went to the McKinney campus. I commuted back and forth. And I worked on campus. I was fortunate to get a job on campus part-time. And I did that until I went to Texas A&M Commerce. And then I got my degree there. And then I returned.
What was your major?
My major at A&M Commerce was business and nutrition. I did that, and then I just kind of fell back into, after a few years, I fell back into the college. I was doing some part-time advising in the advising area for them, and it just kind of went from there. This was where I felt like that it would be best fit for me, and I love it.
So you went back to Collin College.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did. I worked full-time outside of the college for some time and worked part-time for the college. And then I had twin boys. And
congratulations.
Thank you. They're 13 now. But at the time, I was working part-time for the college. And I quit full-time to be at home with them. And they were a handful. And
I can't even imagine that. You have a question coming, but keep going.
Okay. They were good. It was good. Their first 3 or 4 months was difficult, but we made it through, and they're 13 now. So, but I worked part-time and then stayed home with them, and then, it just kind of history after that. I've been with Collin.
What was it like to be a mom of twins? Did that run in your family? Was there a chance of that?
No.
Was that a shock?
No,
How did that go down,
Holly?
Holly?
It was a shock in regards to it could be a potential scenario, and it happened. And so my husband and I knew that could be a possibility as we were trying to have kids. And then when we were told that there were 2, we just kind of took a moment and didn't realize that 13 years would be here so quickly, and now we're thinking about driver's ed.
Yes.
So
it's right around the corner.
Yes. And so twin boys, they're fraternal boys. They're in Farmersville School District. They will be 8th graders next year. So, I couldn't ask for a better, be blessed right now. So
that is so awesome. How old were they when you went back to working part-time?
They were probably 6 months, a year old.
Okay.
So I worked part-time about 3 days a week at the college.
Okay.
And then I was with them the rest of the time. So
what a blessing to get to do that.
It was. I was very fortunate. The administration and the deans at the McKinney campus were fabulous. Like I said, at the time I was part-time. I was transitioning into a new position. And so they understood that I had, 2 young children at home. And so I did what I needed to do. And if I did need to work another day or so, then we made it work. And I have a great support family. I have a great mother-in-law and, people that would, step up and help us out. So
that's a big deal. You're not just asking someone to keep 1 child for you or 2 children, and there's a few years
and then 2 of everything. Yes,
everything is in 2s.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Did you have to buy a new house, a new car? Like, how did you navigate that?
No, everything was just in 2s. I mean, we
Right.
had a vehicle. We already had our home, like I said, in town, but everything was just in 2s. Mm-hmm. You were much more focused on, do you have 2, bottles? Do you have 2 diapers? Do you have extra clothes? Do you, is there extra car seat if we needed extra? How do we fit them in, a restaurant with 2 of them and things like that. So it's just it's just one day at a time, making sure to get them on a schedule, napping at the same time, things like that. So.
Right. That had to be overwhelming.
It was not experiencing anything different because these were my first,
right.
And to have 2 at the same time. So I wouldn't have had it any other way. But it's great. They've been great. They've been each other's best friends and worst enemies at times. But it's been good. It's been really good.
Do you love seeing them at Farmersville ISD?
I do. I really do. I'm glad to be here at the Farmersville campus now because I am able to go to things that they may have during the day, in an award ceremony, or I can get to their athletic program if it's basketball or football or a band concert. I'm able to get to that fairly quickly, and I have a great executive dean here, Dr. Hopes, that understands that. And we all have a great group here. We have a great team. So I really like being here because it is a great way for me to be close to them and then also be active in what they're doing in the school district. So
that is such a blessing to be able to do that. That's one of the hardest things about being a mom and being a career mom is that, you have a job that you have to do, but you also want to be there with your kids and not miss anything with them.
Right. Yes, because I know one day they're not going to want to for me to be there to everything, or they won't really care if I'm there. So I like that I'm able to go to events and things, and it's really close and do that. So I'm very, very appreciative of that.
Well, I will say I keep waiting for that to happen with my kiddos, and so far I've made it to 16 and my kids still want me there.
Okay, good. That's good to
So
know.
there's still hope.
That's good to know. Perfect.
Yes. So you went back part-time and then you've stayed with Collin College. So what have been some of your roles since then?
I was in advising. So basically what that is students come into the college and they look for guidance with the classes they need to take or want to take. They give the advisors information about what things that they're interested in. So I did that for quite some time in that advising role. And then I transitioned over to a manager position of the Anthony Peterson Center for Academic Assistance. And so this tutoring area, as we call it, is a place for students to come in and get outside assistance for any of those courses that they may be taking with the college and they want assistance with, or extra tutoring.
Okay. So like if they're in a math class and they're struggling, then they come to you.
Yes, they would come. Yes. So we have math tutors. We have writing tutors. We now also have science for the lab sciences. But if they need extra help with their outside assignments, their lab credits, what is a thesis statement for writing, maybe their citations are incorrect and they want to make sure that they're following the correct citations for writing. Maybe they're coming in, they want to apply for a scholarship with Collin College. Those are some of the things that those degree professionals can do for those students, and it's a free service. It's free for them. Being a Collin College student, these services are free. So they can go to any campus and seek out a writing tutor or a math tutor and get that outside help with their homework assignments.
Man, that's a huge blessing for them. I mean, because
it is.
Everyone's coming from a different walk of life when they enter college.
Yes.
And have different experiences. And so it's great to know. I mean, I know as a mom, if my son or daughter were coming here, I'd love knowing they have that opportunity if they are struggling in a class. Because listen, once they get past about 5th grade math, I'm out.
Yes. Yes.
So
I totally, yes,
that.
I feel the same way. So it was 5th grade math probably for me as well. So, but yes, all of the tutors are degreed. They have either been in the higher education teaching field or still are in teaching, and then also are in the tutoring. So we work very closely with our faculty and making sure that what those students are receiving in the center is following along with what they're being taught in the classroom. So we really want their experience to be one that they'll tell other students about, and tell their parents, hey, I've got this assistance and it's free and I can go at any time. I can go on campus, I can go virtually, I can talk to someone, online live. So it's a great resource for students across the district.
You seem really passionate about it.
I do. I am. I really, like I said, I started out in advising and I really enjoyed that. And then I got this opportunity. But it's just really about, it's seeing their faces at the end of the semester come back and tell the tutors, hey, I made an A in this class, or my grade got bumped from a C to a B or C to an A. So it really makes a big difference when those students come back in and tell the tutors, and then I know that I am effectively doing what I need to do and provide, the tutoring and the support and the resources that they need to give the students the best academic resources that we can provide at Collin.
I just love that.
Thank you.
I'm like, there's a reason. She's got something because she's so passionate about it.
I do. It's just really, a lot of students maybe are very apprehensive of, the word tutoring and getting help. And once they're in there, they keep coming back. We have, like I said, I was at McKinney campus prior to joining the Farmersville campus, and we would have students that would come back even after they graduated from Collin, that they would come in and seek out our tutors. They would come in and use the area to study and work on their, undergraduate work, or even some, of their postgraduate, things that they were working on. So that really made a difference in seeing that. It puts a smile on your face.
Yes.
It just really knows that you're making a difference, and Collin College is making that difference.
And it makes such a difference in their confidence in themselves.
Yes.
Not just academically, but as a person.
Yes.
To know, okay, just a little bit of help, seeking a little bit of advice.
Yes.
Is just, it can change.
It does.
The whole trajectory of their life.
And just like with anything, things change. The writing process changes. How you would think that math process wouldn't change much, math problems,
Right.
But they do. They've changed the way that, some of those have been, how that they teach those now. So it makes a difference. I mean, we see not only your 18 to 25-year-olds, we see a lot of non-traditional students too, and things have changed for them. So they may not know the new ways of, writing a 5-page essay.
Right.
So it makes a big difference when you see them come back in and say thank you.
Yes.
So yeah, it's great.
I love that. You probably have already told your boys, okay, you at least have to make a stop here at Collin College on your way to wherever you're going.
Yes. I told them that, whatever you choose, Collin College obviously is right around the corner from where you live. We have a lot of programs here, both for the traditional track, getting your associate's degree and then on to your bachelor's degree. But now there's a ton of other technical programs, vocational things that they can do and have training and skills for the rest of their lives. So, yes, they have been up here a few times. They were here during open house. So I like it when they tell their friends, hey, Mom works at Collin College, or, she just works down the road now. So that's really great.
Oh, I love that so much. You're part of the community. You grew up here. So what's kind of been word on the street about Collin College? Like, what is the community? What are questions that you get from people when you see people and they want to know more?
When is enrollment? When are we starting? And the fact is that we've already started enrolling. So we have summer enrollment. They're getting ready to enroll for fall semester, which begins in August. So a lot of people are really excited because it has been a long time since before they actually broke ground on, campus construction. So a lot of people are really surprised to hear all of the services that are available to students. So, and I'm glad to talk about it anytime someone wants to talk about it. So I think having that, down the street, whether you are in Farmersville or Greenville or anywhere you might be local, that you want to come to this campus, I think it's a great opportunity. So a lot of that, people are surprised. Oh, they're going to offer, for example, a CDL class that they've been doing. So, and then of course our traditional math, history, government, your lab sciences.
Right.
So they're excited. I think they really are.
Good. It adds so much value to the community. And it's such a beautiful gateway.
It is.
When you're coming in to Farmersville to see this.
It
and
is. Yes.
I'm
excited.
so happy to see it here and offered to all of the people here.
Yes.
And the students.
Yes.
Okay, we're on Heart of Farmersville.
Okay.
So let's talk about what you love about Farmersville. I'm giving you a little more time on that than I do maybe for all of our guests because you have been here all of your life. So don't give me just this short answer of, oh, I love it and the people are great. I want details about
Of course.
things when you were growing up, what you loved, things that you enjoyed. Maybe give us some shout out to some people that made a difference in your life. Let's talk about that for a little bit.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think it's the fact that so many of the people I grew up with at school, our parents were friends as well. And so it's just a great little tight-knit community that mostly everyone. It is growing, but you do get to know these new people that are coming in, and we welcome them here. So, but that's really, like I said, growing up in school, I had a lot of great friends that I'm still friends with today, still have close friends. And then I'm meeting new people that my kids are friends with, that have moved here or have been here for the last 8 or 9 years that, I've met them and made really good friends with them. And so, we love downtown Farmersville. We love, being able to go to a restaurant, just, go uptown real quick and go have dinner, or go shopping on a Saturday. So I really like that in that respect, because it's some of those same people that I grew up with that do have businesses, or have relocated here and started businesses. And it's just great to see them here, because then they become your friends as well. So you're supporting them. You're supporting the Hayloft or the Nest or, the City Park, a farmer's market.
Yes.
So you're supporting all that, because it's great. It's really great to see that. When we were growing up, kids would be on the square. We would hang out. We would, go to the Dairy Queen. So those were some of the things that we did as a kid. But to see now all these other, neat places coming to Farmersville, and for places for us to something easy to do and not have to go to the big city, McKinney or Allen, if you don't have time. So that's really neat that we can do that and do some stuff like that. So,
Was the downtown, back when you were growing up, was it like it is today? How is it different?
it is. It's actually pretty much the same.
Really?
So there obviously there was just a different business atmosphere. So Dire Drug has been there for some time, but it was just a different business. It may have been another insurance company on the square versus what's there now, but it's all been this. It's all been the same. It's always been the brick, road coming into the square, and so it's just evolved over time, and people have come and people have gone,
Right.
gone, and so, but really the square has been the same. So. That's good.
I love that. So the energy and that vibe, and people buzzing around, and people in the streets,
Yes.
that's always been there then,
Yes.
at least for all of your lifetime,
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
I love knowing that. I mean, the downtown's one of my favorite places here
It
in
is,
Farmersville.
yeah.
I hit those brick roads and hit that brick road, and just, I don't know, it's like it takes me away, and then the music playing, and
Right.
especially during the holidays.
Yes.
It's like it's
Yeah.
our own little hallmark.
And they've
town.
done tons with the events over the years that they do yearly now. So, and that's really great too. So all of those. And I enjoy taking my kids to the Christmas parade. So it's fun to watch and things like that. So.
What were some of the different events and activities you did growing up in Farmersville?
Oh my goodness.
Or what were some things you were involved in school?
What I was involved in school, I was a cheerleader. I was also in sports. And so, of course, football is big, and no matter where you are, if you're in Texas.
That's right.
And so the community was really involved with the football program, the athletic program, anything really. We would have downtown pep rallies for homecoming, Old Time Saturday. So Old Time Saturday was it, and still is, but that was always something that we as kids, we wanted to go to, and we wanted to stay all day long. We wanted to eat everything that we could, as much money as we could get from our parents, and just stay until, the wee hours of the evening. So it was something that we wanted to do. That was Old Time Saturday that we wanted to do all the time, every year. You had to be up there. You had to, hang out all day long. That's where your friends would be. So that's where you had to be, was Old Time Saturday. So
What kind of activities did they have there?
oh my gosh, bull riding, or the mechanical bull. They had the shootout, which I think they still do that, the Old West shootout. And so just various things like that. That's one of the things I can remember. I can remember my mom doing the mechanical bull. So
Did you get that on video?
no, not back then. But it was just something that our parents were involved in as well. So, I mean, and they were there to host that and help if they were doing an event or, something part of Old Time Saturday, they were there to help do that. And so it was all done by the community. And we saw our parents do that. And so that's what we still see today. And that's great.
So that is what's ingrained in you. Mm-hmm. So they kind of planted that seed.
Sure.
For that. Yeah. For you to do that. Mm-hmm. Who has been one of the most influential people in your life?
Oh, wow. I would have to say probably my mom. So growing up, she was always working hard, and then she would come home and she would cook, and then she would take care of all of us. We would get to, our sports and activities. And so it was just, I think that she'll always be the person that I look up to. So, and then try to model myself after her, because she was a working, woman as well, career woman that worked full time, and then came home and took care of us. It was myself and my younger brother, and so we were always doing something. So we were always going, and she played sports herself, and so we were going to sports all the time or doing family vacations and things like that. So I definitely think she'll always be my mentor and my person.
Oh,
So.
I love that. So shout out to Mom.
Yeah.
Okay, I asked you to pick a number.
Okay.
Before we started, between 1 and 20.
Okay.
What is your number? Because we're going to ask you one final question.
Okay. Let's go with 11.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
The question you may
Can I pick another number?
Pick another number. No, you can give disclaimers with it though.
Okay.
Number 11 is, what is your favorite restaurant in town and why?
Oh.
And I said, uh-oh, because you're going to make all the rest of them
wow.
mad. But
My favorite restaurant in town. That's a hard one
And
to
why?
pick. I really enjoy the Stable.
Yes.
I like their choice of variety of foods. The owners are really great. They're very personable. But there's a lot of really other great restaurants in town too. So if I could give a shout out to everyone, I would.
I know. That's why I was like, oh no, she's going to have to pick just one. And in a small town, that's hard to do. So for me, it's like, okay, am I in the mood for Mexican today or barbecue or a burger?
Yes, and we ate barbecue last night, so it was really good too. So.
Well, we have lots of great places
Well,
here
there is.
to eat,
Yes,
and
there
all
is.
around the square and just all over town.
Yes.
There's not a lack for a place to eat.
Yeah. No, there's not. So that's good.
Well, Holly, I really enjoyed sitting down and talking with you
Well, thank
and getting
you.
to know you and getting to know your heart and just your heart for service. I can see that you're passionate about helping others, and whether it be in the community or here at the college or, with your boys growing up.
Well, I appreciate that. I was nervous about doing this, so you made me feel very comfortable, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that people are looking at, to see Farmersville and what a great little community we are. So
Yes,
I
and that's what
appreciate
we
that.
want to do. We want people to get to know the people of Farmersville, because when you can see the people and hear the people and know what they love, it makes you want to be a part of that.
Yep.
And so that's our goal, is just for people to be able to see who Farmersville is
Yes.
and why they want to be a part of it. So
Yes,
thank you for
perfect.
being a part of the story and for sharing your story.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Heart of Farmersville. This video series, which is designed to celebrate Farmersville, Texas, is spearheaded by REMAX 3D Real Estate.